The autumn leaves crunched under Emma Carter's boots as she hurried across the quad of Hudson University, one of New York's elite institutions. At 21, Emma was in her final year of a social work degree, her hazel eyes bright with determination. Her backpack, stuffed with textbooks and a worn notebook of nonprofit ideas, bounced as she dodged students lounging on the grass. She was late for her study group, but the crisp October air made her pause to breathe it in. This was her world, chaotic, vibrant, and full of purpose. "Emma! Over here!" a voice called. She turned to see Ethan Harper waving from a bench outside the library. At 21, Ethan was lanky, with messy brown hair and warm brown eyes that always seemed to carry a quiet sincerity. A computer science major, he was brilliant but unassuming, the kind of guy who'd rather debug code than chase campus popularity. They'd met in a sociology elective last spring, bonding over late-night debates about tech's role in social change. Since then, Ethan had become her closest friend. "Sorry I'm late," Emma said, plopping down beside him. "Professor Nguyen's lecture on community organizing ran over. Again!" Ethan grinned, pushing his glasses up. "You're gonna save the world one lecture at a time, aren't you?" "Gotta start somewhere," Emma teased, pulling out her laptop. Their study group was small, just them and a couple of others, but it was their ritual. Ethan's calm presence grounded her, especially when her ambitions felt overwhelming. As they reviewed notes, a shadow fell over the table. "Well, isn't this cozy?" The voice was smooth, edged with amusement. Emma looked up to find Liam Harper leaning against a tree, his tailored jacket and sharp smile screaming privilege. At 23, Liam was a senior in business administration, already groomed to take over Harper Enterprises, the family's tech empire worth billions. His dark hair was perfectly styled, and his blue eyes held a predatory glint. "Liam," Ethan said, his tone neutral but tense. The brothers' rivalry was no secret. Ethan was the dreamer, Liam was the conqueror. "Emma Carter, right?" Liam said, ignoring Ethan. "I've seen you at those charity drives. You're the one trying to fix the world." Emma raised an eyebrow. "Trying, yeah, and you are—" "Liam Harper," he said, extending a hand she didn't take. "I'm impressed. Most people here are just chasing grades or parties. You've got purpose." "Thanks," Emma said, her voice cool. She'd heard about Liam, his charm, his conquests, his ruthless streak in student council debates. He wasn't her type, but his attention was disarming. "Join me for coffee sometime," Liam said, not asking. "I could fund one of your little projects," Emma bristled. "My projects do fine without handouts, but thanks." Liam's smile didn't falter, but his eyes narrowed. Ethan shifted, his jaw tight. "We've got work to do, Liam," he said. "Always the protector," Liam said, smirking. "See you around, Emma." He sauntered off, leaving a chill in the air. Emma shook it off, but Ethan's frown lingered. "Be careful with him," he warned. Liam doesn't like losing. Over the next few weeks, Emma and Ethan grew closer. They'd grab coffee at the campus cafe, laughing over Ethan's terrible puns and Emma's endless ideas for her nonprofit. Ethan helped her code a website for her community outreach program, his fingers flying across the keyboard as she sketched logos on napkins. Their friendship was effortless, but Emma sensed something more in Ethan's shy glances. She wasn't ready to name it, but it warmed her. Liam, however, was a persistent shadow. He'd appear at events Emma attended, offering compliments that felt like traps. At a fundraising gala for the university's scholarship fund, he cornered her by the dessert table. "You're wasting your time with Ethan," he said, his voice low. "He's got no ambition. Stick with me, Emma. I can make things happen." Emma stepped back, her cheeks flushing with anger. "I choose my friends, Liam. Back off." The gala was packed, and Liam's eyes glinted with challenge. "Big mistake," he said, leaning in. Before she could react, he tried to kiss her, his hand grazing her waist. Emma's hand flew up, slapping him hard across the cheek. The crowd gasped, and Liam's face darkened. "Don't ever touch me!" Emma snapped, storming away. Ethan, who'd seen it all, rushed to her side. "You okay?" he asked, his voice soft but fierce. "Yeah," Emma said, trembling. "He's a creep." Ethan's fists clenched. "I'll talk to him." "No," Emma said. "He's not worth it." But Liam was already plotting. His pride was wounded, and Emma's rejection in front of the campus elite stung. He wouldn't let it stand. Over the next month, rumors spread. Emma was a gold digger using her nonprofit as a front. Her scholarship application was mysteriously flagged for review. Her nonprofit's donors pulled out, citing concerns. Emma was devastated, her dreams crumbling. Ethan noticed her stress. "This isn't random," he said one night in the library. "Liam's behind it." Emma frowned. "You think he'd go that far?" "I know he would," Ethan said. "He's done this before, ruined people who crossed him." Emma refused to break. With Ethan's help, she rebuilt her nonprofit's website and reached out to new donors. Ethan dug into Liam's actions, hacking into university records, a skill he kept quiet, to find evidence. He uncovered emails from Liam to administrators, planting doubts about Emma's integrity. Ethan showed her the proof, his face pale with anger. "He's trying to destroy you," Ethan said. "Because you said no." Emma's heart sank. "Why does he care so much?" "Because he hates losing," Ethan said, "especially to me." They devised a plan. Emma confronted Liam at a student council meeting, presenting the emails to the board. Liam's charm faltered as the evidence mounted. The university suspended his leadership roles and his reputation took a hit. But Liam wasn't done. He spread new lies, targeting Ethan now, accusing him of hacking and cheating. Ethan faced a disciplinary hearing, risking expulsion. Emma stood by him, testifying to his character. "Ethan's the only one who's been honest," she told the board. The charges were dropped, but the brothers' rift deepened. Post-graduation, Liam inherited a larger role in Harper Enterprises, while Ethan started his own tech startup, using his skills to support social causes. Emma launched her nonprofit, with Ethan as her biggest supporter. But Liam's influence lingered. He sabotaged Emma's funding again, bribing a key investor to pull out. Ethan confronted Liam at the Harper family estate, a sleek mansion overlooking the Hudson. "Leave her alone," Ethan said, his voice steady. "This isn't about you winning," Liam laughed. "You think she'll choose you? You're nothing without me." The argument turned physical, a rare moment of Ethan's anger breaking through. Security pulled them apart, but Liam's words haunted Ethan. Was he enough for Emma? Emma, meanwhile, faced her own doubts. She cared for Ethan, maybe more than cared, but Liam's actions had shaken her trust in people. She confided in Ethan one night, under the stars at a campus reunion. "I'm scared to let anyone in," she admitted. Ethan took her hand. "You don't have to be alone, Emma. I'm here." Emma and Ethan's bond grew, rooted in trust. They exposed Liam's final scheme, a fake scandal linking Emma's nonprofit to fraud, by tracing his payments to a tabloid. The truth cleared Emma's name, and Liam faced legal scrutiny, losing his role at Harper Enterprises. Disgraced, he left New York. Emma's nonprofit thrived, and Ethan's startup gained traction, their missions aligned. One evening, at a fundraiser Emma hosted, Ethan pulled her aside. "I've loved you since that first study group," he confessed. "I don't want to lose you." Emma smiled, her heart full. "You never will." They kissed, the weight of their struggles lifting. The future wasn't certain, but they faced it together, stronger for it.